APC, another stalled coup. Political parties are clearly the most critical structure on which constitutional governance revolves in Nigerian current political dispensation. Members of the legislature and executive that make and implement laws holds their position and are able to discharge their function by virtue of being members of political parties. The extant constitution has no place for independent candidature. It therefore stands to reason that the organizational cohesiveness, administrative efficiency, ideological clarity, and leadership acumen of political party structure will impact significantly on the efficacy and productivity of governance. Much of the failings in the delivery of democracy dividends to the people by both the People Democratic Party (PDP) and the All Progressive Congress (APC) at the center over the last 2 decades can be attributed to the weak institutionalism of these dominant parties. To its credit, the PDP held relatively effective sway over the polity and maintained a reasonable degree of stability for much of its 16 years of control at the center. Yet, its performance was grossly disappointing relative to the resources available to it, especially during the Dr. Goodluck Jonathan administration. The PDP's expressed desire to be in power for at least 6 decades was aborted, among others, by steadily increasing internal faction leadership arrogance, ideological barrenness, utter disregard for its internal rules, and the capture of the party by the government that were supposed to be its offspring. Given the dismal state in which the APC inherited the country from the preceding PDP administration, it has recorded a number of achievements in terms of accelerated infrastructural renewal and modernization, as well as the continuing diversification of the economy in the direction of reduced dependency and enhanced self-reliance. Yet, the APC remains its own greatest enemy, as the perennial and protracted crisis within its ranks continues to impede its capacity to perform optimally. From all indications, the APC, which has been in power for the last 6 years, has learned like little or nothing from the experience of the PDP. Like the weird child in a novelist, Ayi, Kwei, Ama, the beautiful ones are not yet born. The APC appears to have transmographed from infancy to old age without the invigorating experience of youthfulness. Some exceedingly ambitious members of the party, who are lucky to hold key positions, particularly as state governors, see the party simply as a vehicle for the pursuit and realization of personal ambitions. Forging an ideological direction for the country or implementing a progressive programmatic agenda for their government is furthest from their minds. Thus, the gap continues to widen between the great expectations roused among Nigerians by the APC in 2015 and the ever-increasing frustration of the large number of citizens whose hopes for most purposeful and productive governance remain dashed. The sordid revolution at the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) and the National Social Insurance Trust Fund (NSITF), for example, indicate that corruption is alive, well, and thriving. Economic recovery and sustainable growth could, despite unforeseen occurrences like the COVID-19 pandemic and EndSARS protest, be more vigorous with better managerial competence. Much more tragically, the insecurity situation across the country has worsened with the routine slaughtering of Nigerians becoming the norm in the face of the inexplicable paralysis of the security architecture. With their 2023 political ambitions squarely in focus rather than enabling the APC to deliver on its mandate to the people, these ambitious elements successfully manipulated the presidency and engineered the dissolution of the Comrade Adams Oshomole-led National Working Committee (NWC) of the party that had been striving against great odds to restore internal party discipline, strengthen internal democracy, and enhance its institutional autonomy. A few governors plotted the patently unconstitutional dissolution of the 21-member NWC, in which only 3 members had grievances against the leadership. It was a coup. Was Oshomole leadership without flaws? Certainly not, but it was a marked improvement from the Chief John Odige Oyegun era that simply handed over the party to the control of governors, empowered by their custody of state resources. Thank you for listening to this news. My dear, it is a very good thing that APC took that decision of taking Oshomole away before more harm is done on APC. That's one. 2, APC as a party needs a restructuring before anything can be done in that party, before the party can move forward, because as it is now, the party cannot move forward without any changes being made. So, my viewers, I believe that you too have 1 or 2 things to leave behind concerning this matter. Please deem it fit to leave your comments below the comment box. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated whenever we upload any new videos. Thank you.